Good evening and welcome to the NCC Newsroom at the Newhouse School of Public Communications. I'm Sam Gelfand. This is the fourth of 5 live streams covering Election Day in Onondaga County. We have reporters at dozens of polling places in central New York documenting the 2021 races. We have 2 of our reporters live from polling sites across Onondaga County as we continue our team coverage. Dylan Johnson is at Believers Chapel in Cicero, and Maggie Haggerty is to the south at Lafayette Fire Station.
When my father was in high school, he was the star pitcher on the baseball team, a lefty with a killer curve and a couple of no-hitters to his name. So naturally, when I got to high school, I joined the team as well. I was a junior varsity bench warmer with so little playing time that they left me out of the team photo. And I still don't know how to throw a curveball. Let that be a cautionary tale.
Ask Haggerty what his specialty is, and he'll simply tell you that it's networking. So when it came to putting together this collective of artists and business people and thrifters, all from the local Syracuse area, he had a better shot at it than... A school board in Richmond, Ohio wants to keep politics out of the classroom by removing rainbows. The new Richmond School District is asking teachers to remove controversial symbols from their classrooms. The school board president says this includes banners, posters, and stickers with rainbows on them. Local LGBT activists are speaking out against the ban. The board is standing firm against the backlash and does not plan to modify their policy. Also tonight, 4 teams fight for their dreams in the World Series. The Red Sox set a Major League record last night when Kyle Schwarber hit the team's 3rd grand slam of the ALCS. The Astros got turned into space dust when the Beantown Bombers hit 4 homers en route to a 12-3 victory. Houston hopes to return to earth tonight at 8 with Zach Greinke on the mound. Salt City's own Christian Brothers Academy will head to the Carrier Dome on Friday for the Class A Football State Championship. Their opponent, Summers High School from the New York City suburbs, is so far undefeated, but the brothers are undeterred in their quest to become hometown heroes. The CBA brothers know they're in for the game of their lives. Head coach Casey Brown has succinct praise for their opponents.
They're the best.
But as the sun sets on football season, he says their biggest challenge won't come on offense, defense, or special teams. It's the knowledge that they put together a special team.
The hardest part knowing is this is the last week we're going to be together.
Most teams that finish 4th in their conference don't make the state championship. Cinderella stories are hard to come by. But you know the saying, act like you've been there before? Well, offensive coordinator Bruce Williams has. He helped CBA capture their last crown in 2004, setting 5 state records as a wide receiver before being named a captain of the Syracuse Orange. So he knows how to counter the Carrier Dome's daunting setting.
Emotionally, don't let the moment get too big for us. That's going to be key. Is can we emotionally not let this be bigger than just a game?
If the brothers stay as cool as a Syracuse night, they just might pull this off.
We will be competitive. We will be able to do some things to opponents that they can't guard. And that's kind of our motto, same philosophy we have here is how many guys can we get the ball to that can make a play so they can't narrow in on just one of us.
It's been 17 years since CBA last took the title. But with 2/3 of the team returning next season, even if Friday doesn't go their way, it's just a matter of time. When the Red Rams hosted the Cortland Purple Tigers in girls volleyball action, the gym was filled with pink. JD co-captain Sophia Ferris enjoyed the change of pace.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. I love the color pink.
It was all part of the team's 6th annual Pink Out to raise money for cancer charities. But for Sophia and her mom, head coach Patty Ferris, it's about more than just money.
My one grandmother is a survivor. My other grandma, she unfortunately passed away from breast cancer.
By the time she was diagnosed, it was stage 4, and it was pretty far along, and it took her life.
JD's other co-captain, Natalie Goodson, lost her grandfather to mesothelioma 2 years ago. Her other grandfather is battling skin cancer, but he got to see her play last night.
He comes to every game, and then like this one just meant that much more, knowing that he's pushing through all these things.
JD beat Cortland in a clean 3-0. The Pink Rams fought not just for themselves, but for those who can no longer fight.
You kind of just take an extra moment and you think about, for the people that aren't in the gym, they would be very proud. I know my mother-in-law would be so incredibly proud of my daughter. She would be here cheering. This is, taking her, and she didn't get a chance to be here.
Jamesville DeWitt is the number 2 team in Section 3 Class A. They take on number 1 Fulton tomorrow. Sam Gelfand, NCC News. Tom Hosmer says he needs 30 minutes to warm up. Funny thing is, it doesn't matter which instrument he warms up on. Award-winning fiddle player by night and fiddle repairman by day, the sole owner and operator of Hosmer Violins has seen thousands of instruments come through the doors of his Fayetteville shop. Over 300 violins, violas, and cellos line every wall of this single-story storefront, including the kitchen.
By the time we moved over here, we threw out a lot of stuff. It wasn't a year before this place was full. My office is ready for a nuclear weapon, I think.
Hosmer has sold and repaired new instruments since 1970, but he specializes in antique European violins. He's even worked with one of the world's most expensive instruments, a 17th century Italian violin called a Stradivarius.
There's this open seam, so I glued it. So that's the only actual work I've done on Strad, but I got to play It's a Roman Strad for like 2 hours.
Hosmer Violins is celebrating its 50th anniversary in November, and Tom Hosmer is showing no signs of slowing down. He says he can't imagine life after violin. To him, something about it just strikes a chord. Hosmer is 71 years old. He does not have an apprentice. His 2 adult children did not follow him into the family business, and he fought off prostate cancer a decade ago. But he isn't worried about the future. He does what he loves, and he'll keep doing it until it's time for his swan song.
When I get old and decrepit, well, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't see myself retiring only because I love to do that. I love coming here. If I was retired, I'd want to have a shop in my house and still work on violins.
Sam Gelfand, NCC News.